Alright, welcome back to DD. So, last week when you played, you were finally able to get a long rest, which allowed you to restore, all of your different resources. Otto, however, had to give some of his blood up to his armor, which has drained off some of his hit dice.
Right.
From there, you attempted to find your way into the interior of the island, where you made your way through a kind of swollen river. You tied yourselves together with rope to avoid
Should have
kind of
said
falling in.
engorged.
Also, a good descriptor, yes. You tied the rope around your waist so you wouldn't get lost, which then led to you encountering some elementals who were able to take advantage of the rope restricting your movement. Some of you managed to escape from the rope. You were eventually then able to, triumph over the elementals. In fact, I believe you destroyed them all. So you have left off there. So you currently have just managed to stop the elementals. You saw that they had kind of stopped you at this area with the river. So you were kind of standing on a elevated section on a little hill. But the river is still very full of water. You still have a ways to go before you reach the mountain.
We're still just on this accursed island with no boat.
Mm-hmm.
Well, do we ever make it to the thing that was getting repeatedly struck by lightning or no?
Nope, you're on your way to it.
Okay. So we do still have a goal to get to that place.
I can burn a spell to let us walk across the water directly.
Just to throw this out there, I don't know if we can rest again, but it does look like I'm just looking at my character sheet. It looks like I'm horrifically injured again. So
we should do a short rest, yeah.
yeah, short rest should be fine. Yeah.
Let your burn hit die.
Yeah, I've got there's more than enough of that to go. Can we do that, please, before we proceed?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, we would like to take a short rest, please, Ian.
Okay.
I will look at
Did I get horribly injured again?
Lena. I don't think Lena got hit at all, right? Fern didn't really get hit.
She did her best, I believe, to stay back.
And I'm back up to full.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she still has 2 temp hit points. Okay, she's good. She Gucci.
I need to heal 43 hits. Where's my hit dice?
Yes.
I
think keeps going to D4. That's right. It's D. Jeremy, what's the monk hit die?
I think it's 8 or 10.
A monk hit
Mine is
die.
10, so I would think it's 8.
I don't think it's 10. Yeah,
it's a D8.
D8. Okay.
And then your con bonus multiple times.
Is my con bonus is 0, unfortunately. So, all right, I'm gonna use D8. I keep switching back to D4 for some reason, but I switch to D8.
Yeah. Very strange.
Where?
I mean, I'm gonna use because they all come back after a long rest, right?
Half of your maximum comes back after a long rest.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna use 6 then. Okay. Could be worse.
Do you still need to be topped off? I can lay on hands you for whatever you're missing.
Yeah, that's gonna bring me to 35 of 48. So I have 13 that I need 13 left remaining. But I should be fine with that, honestly.
Okay. Yeah, because I was just gonna use my lay on hands on me. Because now
You
I
can
pay the
just
hit
heal.
dice.
You guys can heal me when I'm near death again. But I'll be okay.
Dust it off. It'll be all right.
Yeah, I'll just walk it off. I'll just take a couple sips of that rum, the magic rum juice.
So me.
I'll keep my key points back. I can't do inspiring leader again until. Oh, a short rest. I get an inspiring leader back. All right, I'm doing inspiring leader again. As per
Hell yeah.
normal, I share my booze and sing a jib for everyone. I do a little dance as well, and talk shit about everyone in specific ways and a caricature of themselves, and we all get 12 additional hit points.
Nice.
Yay! So I pretty much have accounted for my missing hit points.
All right. Is anybody else healing up?
I just lay on him myself.
Okay.
I kept 10 in the bank just for emergencies.
All right. All right. Is anybody doing anything during your short rest?
Aside from keeping a watch now.
Singing Kumbaya.
All right.
Very good.
Well then, an hour passes by. The rain continues to pelt. The waters of the river continue to just flow heavily due to the just vast quantity of water that is just filling them. It's muddy. It's wet.
So, what are our options for proceeding? Mud? Water? Does walking across the water help us? Or is it just keep us dry?
Has the hour's rest made the water rise or fall?
It's stayed about the same.
Okay. So that suggests it's at least semi-stable. Knock wood. Spell slots are pretty valuable. That would be a third level slot for water walking. I can cast it, or we could hold on to it, and I think I can cast it quickly, like as a reaction.
I would hold on for now.
We'll hold on to it until we're gonna drown or something.
We'll just make our way like carefully.
Yeah,
It's
so
not necessary.
We can do the ropes and going in groups thing again.
We need to reattach our ropes. Let's get.
I would think so. Yeah.
I
Sorry.
think a couple, like I think most of us are attached. A few of us aren't.
I'm
I
not.
don't know, I don't know who unattached.
Graham stayed roped.
Yeah, so did Fern and Otto.
All right.
And we
And
can redo those people who stepped out.
okay. And for everybody being reattached, how much length of rope is in between them and the next person?
If possible, same as before. We had what, 10 feet?
10 feet.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was something.
Okay.
10 feet.
All right.
And
So you
Tiff
go.
can like ride on somebody's shoulders, depending how high the water gets.
Yeah.
All right. So you're going to be going into the water.
Yeah, trying to relay over to the other side.
Okay. Well, the water is generally pretty deep. Now, who is in the lead?
Probably me again.
Mm-hmm.
My D&D game.
Yeah, so Otto, you're in the lead. So, as you get to this river, you can see that it is running kind of quickly away from the mountain. How are you attempting to cross?
How close to the mountain are we? Like, in terms of like physically, like where's the mountain? How far away is it from me?
The
Like, if
mountain
I'm
itself is probably at least another good 3 miles.
Okay.
Mm.
Oh, I thought like we were like at the base of the mountain. That's why I was just trying to. How deep is this river?
Make a perception check.
Mm.
I
How
will.
wide is it?
I will use my halberd to see how deep it is because I can kind of like push it down.
Okay.
I have a general idea of how big the halberd is. I assume. So I guess I can do that with the perception.
Yeah. Yep, go ahead. That'll just make it. Okay, well, yeah. You're able to figure out that it is about 10 feet deep.
Mm. We probably don't want to cross here then.
Does any part of like where we are right now look like it's a little more shallow than where we are?
Give me another. Actually, give me a survival check for that.
Oh Jesus.
Can we have firm?
Yeah, Tom should
Yeah.
do it.
From
Yeah, should
what
have.
you can see, the river has kind of swollen and erosion has kind of taken its toll. And the river itself is probably going to be about 10 feet deep, if not deeper. So you actually are at the shallow point.
Mm.
Uh, okay. No
What's on
waterfall,
the
no like stones to skip across or anything.
Um, no, they're all like under the water, submerged.
Is there a tree we can knock down?
There are many trees, yes.
Go fell a tree.
Let's fell a tree, yes, because
Feel manly.
how
we're
far wide
lumberjack.
is it again?
Um,
Weapon?
the river width,
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah, they're about like. It does vary. You would put it to about maybe 15 to 20 feet.
So we need a fairly large tree for this end as well.
Yes, we do. How big are these trees around us? I assume they're pretty big considering we're in an abandoned island in the middle of the ocean in a magic storm.
The ones by the river have been swept away, but you do know that there are ones that would be larger than 20 feet that are about maybe like 100 feet from the river, the various rivers there.
We need to transport that.
Yeah. So riddle me this, Mr. DM.
Mm-hmm.
If we were to make a cut on the tree so that it fell at an angle towards the river to kind of make the fall easier, could I Eldritch blast the tree in that direction so that it would just fall in that area?
I mean, you could chop the tree so that it falls towards the river. The Eldritch Blast would not have enough
No,
force
no,
behind.
no. Like I mean, like we would make an incision so that it's angled to fall in the direction of the river. Then I Eldritch blast it the rest of the way from behind it to save us time.
You can try.
I mean,
I feel
unless we
like it
want to
would
do manual
impart
labor.
much force.
Hmm. What happened?
I don't know how much force that would impart.
We should ask ChatGPT how much force the Eldritch blast imparts.
Well,
I'm
unless you
sure it
actually
would give.
put in the specific warlock feature, it doesn't push anybody, so I would assume very little in the way of actual pushing ability.
ChatGPT doesn't care about your rule.
It doesn't have any physical force to it.
No, it's just
It just does like
yeah.
damage directly.
Yeah.
Well,
There's a feat for it, but there's not a feat.
see.
There's a like
I'm,
an
what's
evocation.
on the other shore? Like it sounds like the climb or the other side will be a little crumbly or erody, but is there a tree line on the other side?
yeah, about 100 feet from the river, there's more trees.
How? Huh? How far could I? Never mind. It would
We
take a
could
lot
try
of
some
trips.
sort
I
of
was gonna say,
grappling
how far
hooks
can
or
Reggie jump across a river? It's not gonna make it.
we could do a grappling hook or like a rope on an arrow.
Is there like a really strong current?
Yeah,
It does look like it's
There is.
flowing pretty good, yeah.
I'll loosely hold the halberd into the water just to see how strong it's gonna try to move it to get a gauge on it.
It's flowing pretty quickly.
You know
Can
what?
we make some kind of check to determine if one of us that's a strong swimmer can swim across
Let's just
without being swept away by the current?
let's just cast water walking and go over the top.
I think that might be the safest thing to do.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me see.
All right.
So I
Before
will
you
cast
do,
water walk.
Over.
I mean, this might shock you, but Fern apparently has water breathing now.
Oh wait, hang on.
That's handy.
It's also a level 3.
Up to 10. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So
The good
everybody gets water walk for
Nice to have.
an hour. So
this is bucket in case there's more rivers.
Okay. So you cast water walking. You all feel yourself kind of pop up just a smidge as your water walking ability kind of like forces you up above the thin sheet of water that's on the mud you're on.
Cross.
Okay. As you step onto the river, you do not sink into it. You do, however, feel it kind of flowing under you, and it is much like being on a conveyor belt.
oh god, it's
So
Frogger.
we're moving this way. We have to move against the current.
It's not enough to like knock you down or anything,
Yeah.
but
There's
it
a
is.
lot of force.
It's bringing you down towards the beach at a pretty good pace. Probably you would set it to about maybe like a jog. So if you wanted it in
Alright.
like miles per hour, let's say 5 or 6. It's 5 or 6 miles per hour.
Cool.
Sounds challenging.
But I imagine you're probably crossing 20 feet in just a couple of seconds, so it doesn't really bring you that far down. It's just a very odd sensation.
Glad I'm not in that.
Not the first odd sensation I've felt in my travels.
Usually it's in the ass.
Halfling business.
Yeah,
That
computer
is-
because I really need to work on a PowerPoint right now. Right.
All right. So you've successfully crossed the first river.
Well, we've got like an hour of this, so let's keep going.
Yep. Let's keep going.
All right. Well, it doesn't take
Let's
you
walk
much.
on as much water as we can.
Water
No,
walking.
yeah.
We just like tell our body to float up like a freaking waterfall all the way to the top.
With the water walking spell, the mud no longer is difficult terrain. So you're actually able to cross the last 3 miles without much difficulty at all. So you're able to get to the mountain base after about an hour's time, because it's a league. Find yourself at the base of the mountain. You can see that there are points of the mountain where it is a lot easier to go up, where it's more shallow, and it looks like they are the remnants of some sort of a path that was once carved into the mountain. Now it is just a very slick, muddy surface that is kind of going up at about a 45-degree angle.
Does it look like it'll be a floodway for the water?
Make a survival check.
Okay, survival.
Okay.
18.
From what you can see here, the mud is kind of thick and water is running down it with the rain. If you're wondering if water is going to flow down and like kind of hit you, no. But with that 18, you kind of figure that the mud, if you're not treading very carefully, could sweep down and bring you back down to the bottom of the mountain.
All right. Now, everybody double check the tightness of your shoes.
Yep.
Auto glues nails to his shoes. Spikes.
And fifthly, want to hitch a ride on somebody?
But we have Aurora because it came back from the long rest. Can Aurora carry 2 small races or 1?
Only one. Aurora's only a medium size.
Okay.
Well, if So is Fern gonna ride on?
I have no clue. I would assume she would. I'm just trying to be Fern without being Fern.
You
So
can just get a piggyback off somebody.
Yeah.
can I climb on top of you, Otto?
Sure.
Because I don't want to die.
I don't blame you. I don't want to die either. Just keep an eye out for any danger.
All right.
All
Oh,
right.
there's some.
Well then,
We are the danger.
please, everybody, with the exception of Fern and Fiffle, give me athletics checks. Auto at disadvantage because you're carrying Fiffle. Okay.
I'm going slow and steady though,
Yeah.
just to make sure I have footing. That's my strategy.
And let's see here. So that should be everybody, right? Okay. So, Graham, you're able to handle it without too much trouble. It does take a little more effort. The mud is thick. You're going slowly trying to climb this incline. Jackie, he doesn't seem to even be bothered by it. He's just walking up. It's very mountain goat esque how easily he's just able to
Yes.
traverse this.
True Highlander.
He's
JoJo
drunkenly,
character.
he's drunk and he's in the zone.
Hell yeah.
Otto, you're sinking into the mud about knee deep, and you're having a tough time getting up this hill with Fiffle on your back.
Oh God, Otto, no! Don't sink into the
Oh,
mud.
no. It's quick mud. It's not quicksand.
You
Fippo.
want to trade off?
I
You know,
can't.
we can like geese migrating this. The V, whoever's fittest takes the head of the formation.
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
Star Fox.
All right. Biffle can, I guess, jump from me to Graham, and then I'll go.
Okay. All right. And everybody just give me one more athletics, with the exception
And
of
I'll make
Fiffle
the
and Fern.
disadvantage.
And now Graham is at disadvantage. Yep.
Very well. Oh, that's weapons. 11.
Okay. Wow, I think you almost exactly traded off. All right. So,
Yeah, we did.
Jackie, still in the zone, still able to traverse, no problem. Otto, it's a lot easier now to move, and you're moving at about the same clip that Graham was. Graham, you are sinking into the mud about thigh deep. It is tough to get through. You are tired. You are really just pushing through. It's a good thing that it's raining because you would be very sweaty otherwise.
I'll tell Fiffle to jump on my shoulders.
A free shower.
All right, and now as all right, so Fiffle is moving from Graham to Otto.
Yeah.
As that is occurring, you can feel the mud shifting under you
Oh.
It's hungry.
because I just did a GM roll and I rolled a very, very special number. And the mud is now a sheet of it above you, about 100 feet, is sliding down right towards you.
Ah.
I'd like everybody to make a dex save, please.
Did I do something else?
Did I do that?
I don't think I did.
This is so much better now that it's built in.
Yes.
Thank you, Ian. Everybody gets a +5, by the way.
Nice. Fuck.
I really wish I would roll this good in the game I'm a player.
Well, I got an 11, so you got one of us.
Yeah.
Two of us?
Okay.
Yeah. Wait.
Let me go pull my numbery nooms up. Okay. So, let me just do a little math here.
Oh.
Okay. So, everybody.
Fern can do a D4 to add to her save, by the way.
Okay, then Fern's fine. All right. Unfortunately, Graham, you're going to take 17 bludgeoning. Everybody else is going to take half of that rounded down. So 8.
Just getting nailed by it. Well, those temp HP were very helpful.
And
Like, not even
Graham?
sarcastic. Just ate most of that.
Yeah. Let me just do something else here. Okay.
Good.
Everybody, give me survival rolls as you have been kind of
Ah,
sheeted over by the mud.
Can I just
Not good
shield?
at
Can I
survival.
shield myself so the mud goes over me?
Hmm.
Yeah, you can use your shield spell to do that. Yep.
Okay, so that would cover Fiffle then because he's on me, right?
Yeah, so yeah. I mean, you're still sheeted over by the mud. You just don't have you have like a bubble of protection around you. Actually, that being said, Fiffle is still affected by it because the shield spell is not like a
Oh,
big bubble around you. It's
okay.
basically sort of like a second skin around you.
Okay. That's Ferns.
All right.
I
Okay.
tried Fiffle.
And did Auto make a survival as well or no?
I don't know. You told me if I shielded myself or that's for the deck save.
I would just make a yeah. Give me a survival for Auto.
Okay. I gotta,
Okay. Actually, because of your shield spell, do that one more time because I'll just say you have advantage. Okay. So, Graham, Otto, and Fiffle, even though the mud has just run over all of you, you are able to determine which way is up in the mud. You are, however, suffocating. You
these things
have
happen.
the number of minutes equal to your Constitution modifier to avoid dying.
Graham is gonna. Are we like bound up in the mud, or can we move?
You can move. Give me athletics to try and pull yourself out.
Uh, can I parlay for advantage by taking out my grave digging shovel to
Yes.
dig through the?
Yes, you
wait.
can.
So can I wait? We're still tied together. So
Yeah.
who's above us? I would just follow the rope.
Noise.
All
This
right.
ain't my first grave digging.
Graham is able to dig to the surface
Oh, I
without
remember that hairdo.
any real trouble. In fact, it takes him just mere seconds, less than a minute's time.
Yeah, I'll just do a roll.
Okay.
That'll just.
Auto, you're able to get to the surface without too much trouble. It takes you about 30 seconds, but you are able to pop your head above and like
Who else
get the
is down there?
fresh air.
I parlay for advantage because I'm a halfling.
Well,
Unfortunately, halflings don't have mud digging advantage.
Because we're all roped, can we pull on the ropes of people who are not
Ooh, good
present?
idea.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yes.
thinking.
Yes, I would say
Pull on my rope.
everybody. Okay, so whoever's
Give
pulling,
us rope a good yank.
yeah. So whoever needs to give me athletics, do so with advantage as rope is being pulled to kind of drag you up.
Who needed to roll? It was me, Fiffle.
Fiffles.
Me.
No, you're fine, Otto.
No, I was. Yeah, I'm just. Who's left to roll? Was it just Fiffle?
Did Jackie do it?
What am I rolling for?
Athletics.
I did not roll athletics, but I'll just continue to crush the athletics rolls.
And did you roll for Fern?
You didn't say for her to roll. I don't think. That's why I didn't roll.
No, she'd be underneath as well.
Okay. Where is it? There it is. She's probably got out.
Yeah. Man, I really wish I had this.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, Fiffle's able to get out, no trouble. It takes about a minute's time for everybody else to get out of the mud, but you're able to actually surface without having to worry about suffocating under it. The air, as it like you push your head up, it's very, very fresh after having almost suffocated under mud.
Graham looks aesthetically hot, like he's in his element, even if he's miserable.
The water is washing you clean of mud as you speak. Very, very Shawshank Redemption-esque.
Nice. We take those. Get busy rolling. Or get busy dying.
But you've been able to avoid getting swept too far down the mountain, so you did not lose more than maybe 10 minutes of effort.
Nice. All right. Back up we go.
All right.
If the itsy bitsy spider exists, Graham is humming it. Oop, future knowledge.
Everyone's impressed with Graham's ability to just do like music composition on the fly.
Just freestyles into existence in this world.
All right. Well, it takes a little bit more time, about another 20 to 30 minutes, but you eventually do find yourself up on a flat section where it looks like the trail would have normally led to. And you can see that this kind of section goes on for about 400 to 500 feet before ending at a little gorge.
All right. Let us draw closer cautiously to the gorge, especially. How's the footing near the edge of the gorge, or would we have to be at risk of getting bowled into it to get closer?
You would need to get closer to see. But you can see that as you approach, there is the remnants of a wooden bridge.
Awesome.
Can we fish it up?
He was offended by that.
Actually,
No, sorry, not you guys.
as you get closer, give me perception checks, please.
Roll. Oh,
wow. I guess I am perceptive.
I am perceiving.
I'm half perceptive.
All right. As you approach, you can see. Wow. All right. So really, everybody but Otto is able to see, especially Ferd, that a number of wooden debris has been set up on the other side. You can see overturned wagons. You can see just like barrels and crates have been built up around, forming small walls. And in the middle, you can see that somebody has set up a cannon.
Oh.
And we will go to the Rip
Are we about to get shelled?
Yes.
Rude.
All right. And yeah, and you can see that there are a number of pirates around, as well as your captain friend who has set up behind a broken down piano.
Like the female captain of the ship that we were attacking previously.
Yes, that's correct.
Seems like.
Yeah.
And Aurora's there.
And Aurora was there.
Oh, and also you're all tied together, so.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I believe it was something like
yardstick.
10 feet.
Okay, that's a wide gorge.
And it goes down about 30 feet, and you can see that occasionally the water sweeps over the section here. And the pirates are pointing this cannon at you.
Okay. What was the range in the cannon? I don't remember.
It was a lot. It's like
Yeah, we're safely within it. What's the range? Okay. Ooh.
The cannon is 125-foot squares, so that's the minimum range, or the range that would be like considered short range, but it has a range up to 550 squares of 25 feet. Now, mind you, you're not ships, so it's not getting advantage against you, but
How? Okay, so it's about 30 feet down um, to the water or to the bottom of the gorge.
yeah, to the bottom of the gorge. But you do see that every once in a while, like, water sweeps over and kind of like spills into this large river that you can see is really not that far from the actual ocean.
Don't quite think it's high enough unless I could try to time it. Could I try casting control water to have it rise up and sweep away the cannon / watch over the whole group on one of its highs?
It doesn't quite get that high. It's a good
I
idea.
didn't think so. Okay. Do I have any other bullshit I can do? Kinda, but it's still windy and rainy like normal.
Yep.
Okay.
Like, why am I doing that? So I had the ruler selected.
All right. What would you like to do?
I'm thinking.
First thing, I'm taking this rope off, probably.
Are we coming on? Are we undoing our ropes here?
I think so.
As you're
Might be
doing that,
wise.
a crossbow bolt shoots towards you,
Rude.
missing.
Who, me? Okay.
Just in the general direction of the party, but I believe it only hits. It shot with a 10, and you can see that the crossbow bolt kind of just the wind sweeps it to the side.
I'm gonna be sword and board for this, and obviously, and you know what? I'm gonna Eldritch Blast at the cannon. That's within my range.
Okay.
I just gotta.
All right, then go ahead, do your Eldritch Blast, and then everybody click on their characters and roll for initiative.
Is it 3 at level 9?
I don't remember.
I will check real quick because
That's pretty high.
Okay.
oops, I'm at a.
Zoom.
What are we rolling? Initiative?
Initiative.
Wait,
Oh, it's at level 11. Okay. For some reason, level 9 just seemed like it. Okay, so that I don't know if that was it.
Oh, jeez.
The 19 does. Go ahead, roll damage.
And let me see. I'm so fucking done with my initiative rolls, man. I'm so done.
You got a really good one. Oh no, not last time, but generally get pretty good ones.
Is there? What is this
Pirates
area
rolled
over
crazy
here?
high.
Is this just like a pathway across?
It goes down about
Oh,
30
open?
feet, and
Okay.
then up about 30 feet.
There's a cliff, and this is also a cliff over here.
Yep.
Or this.
Yep. So that's a cliff. Anyway, I would say you have had time to take the ropes off.
All right, ropes are off.
Are any of you a geomancer? Just cause an earthquake on them.
We need a calculator stat.
All right. Libby Clifford starts, steps around 5, 10, 15 to the cannon, aims it at Otto, and fires. So I'm going to
Bitch.
have her roll her d20. A 14 plus her dex modifier for this one specific case. However, that's an 18, so it does not hit you.
Nope.
So you see this giant cannonball fly by and tear a hole in the ground next to you.
No wonder her ship sunk. She can't even aim.
And hold on 1 second. Stupid cannon. 5, 10.
Did you get Ferns? She's a 21 too. I don't see her on the list. Oh, she's all the way at the bottom. It's weird.
Oh, I'll go for correct that. Okay, so anyway, she goes back to her original or this position here, and then I can move the cannon back. Sometimes people get stuck behind the icons. So.
Yeah, I figured.
All right, and then I'm assuming Fern's probably got a higher.
Dex mod.
Yeah, sorry, something was screaming. Map.
It should be a. It's a. I was looking at her wisdom. Her Dex mod's a 5.
Yeah. The pirates are not that high. Okay, so yeah, Fern's next. She's seen the cannonball tear through, and has just put a large hole right through, just a 15-foot long gorge into the ground next to you.
How far is this guy from auto? I'm just trying to get a general idea. The one on the far right. This one.
Yeah, he's about 110 feet. He is behind half cover.
Alright, so how much AC does that add?
I believe 2.
Okay, so and this guy is not in cover, right? That should be
No,
2.
every one of them is behind cover. They have all put themselves behind it to the best of their ability.
Okay. Fern will shoot this guy. That should be about the same as auto. She put her +1 bow on there, by the way, so.
Okay. Her boat is going to suffer the disadvantage
I mean,
from the wind.
there's like nothing she can do about that, but okay.
Okay. That does hit, however.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, 7 piercing damage. And
That's disadvantage, so I think she gets 2, so let's do that again.
okay. Okay, and that hits here. Let me just bring out my calculator. Alright, so a total of what looks to be 16 damage, right?
Yep. And Aurora just take the dodge action. I think there's literally nothing that. Did I just see the cart move?
I did, yes. The icons get stuck behind the cart icon, so I have to move it a smidge.
I thought I was nuts. More nuts than I already was.
I had to move the cannon too because of when Livy fired it, so. Alright. So you see these 2 arrows like strike, and despite the pirate's best effort to take cover, he gets hit by it, so.
Okay. And then she will go back to spaces here, because that was. She can go back one more, because she's got 35 movement.
Okay. Alright. So. The pirate who just got struck is going to fire his heavy crossbow at her. Failing. And failing again.
Yep.
Then he is going to duck behind cover, giving himself 3/4 cover. The pirate next to him to the left is going to fire at you, Otto. Getting, wow, a 4. Yeah, so you can see that these crossbow bolts are just kind of not really going where they're expecting them to, because it's just so far.
Mm-hmm.
So the next pirate begins to put a cannonball into the cannon, and you can see him just shoving the cannon, and he just sees it stuff it with the black powder. And that is his action. And then the final pirate is also going to fire at you. Wow. That would be nice if get another 20s, and then they're all. Yeah.
You know, so many of those would have probably hit.
And that's them. All right. Okay, let me just take a look at something. Yep. Just checking something quickly. All right. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So the mage, you can see her begin from behind the piano to like move her arms and swirl around. You can see that she is reciting something. And yeah, just gotta pull up my thing here. Yep. Okay, so she's dropping it right there.
Mhm.
Nope, up one.
Where I am.
All right, so you see a column of ice 40 feet high just fall onto you. I would like everybody to make a deck save.
I get the auto buff. 19.
Okay.
I think I have a thing for this. Evasion. You can nimbly dodge out of the way of certain effects, such as etc., etc. Dexterity saving throw to take only half damage. You instead take no damage if you succeed, and only half damage if you fail.
I have that too.
I will click. I'll click the button.
I didn't change anything.
Where is it? Where is the button?
Oh, there you go. Look at that. Critical success.
Close enough. Critical success.
All right. So let's see here. Okay, I think and Graham gets that plus, so he's got a 19.
Yep.
Let's see here. Did we get? Okay, we Fern and Aurora.
Oh yeah. I am brain farting, or hang on, it's like a D20 something. Oh, you can click this. Okay. Plus her proficiency, so it's a 12.
All right. Well, I think Aurora's probably the only one who fails, so that's a 12. You said. Let me just verify some information, but I'm pretty sure. Yes. Okay, so Aurora's going to be the only one to take full damage. So,
Chewy.
all right, Aurora's going to take 11 bludgeoning damage, and she's going to take 14 cold damage. Everybody else is going to take only half of that, unless they have that special ability, which means they take nothing if they succeed.
I have the special ability which makes me take nothing, so I will take nothing.
All right.
Alright, I'm getting bonked for.
Is it damage roll down or up? At half.
Goes down,
Okay.
Oh, cool.
and I'm just going to make that
Cool.
circle here. I was trying to put a nice circle there, but it's not working super hot. So instead, with my crappy free hand, actually, you know what? Maybe I can just.
Thanks, temp HP. You're
I mean,
It is the
like,
MVP.
this is the greatest freaking ability ever.
it has a lot of value. It really does give a lot of value, and it costs nothing. So it's just like once per short rest, we all get 12 HP.
Freaking amazing.
All right, and that little circle I drew there, that is difficult terrain.
That's not a bad circle, Ian.
It's okay. It's being
You
a
get
little
I
temperamental.
mean, to
but
draw it under these with the cursor is hard.
I was able to sort of do something funky with it, but yes.
Yeah, well done.
Anyway, so the mage also then ducks entirely behind the piano, out of
Okay.
sight. Graham, you're up.
Alright. Is it difficult terrain in the circle?
It is difficult terrain in the circle.
Okay. So that would be 5, 10, 15, 20? Or would that be 15 from there?
Can you just show me real quick? I didn't quite
Yeah.
catch that.
So if I do 5, 10, 15, 20? Or would this be
Yeah, so to move 10, it would be 20 feet.
Okay. So yeah, that's within the circle.
Do we still have water walking, by the way?
No, that came off. Also, it wouldn't help you in case of ice.
No, no, I'm wondering for other.
Yeah. No,
Other
your water
things that
walking
you
has
can-
worn off at this point.
Yeah.
That was
All right.
2d8 blood. It's fine.
Okay, nice. So I know some of the pirates were in 3/4 cover, some were in half, some were in total.
Yeah, most of
Uh,
them are at this point within 3/4 cover. Yeah.
All right. Then I'm going to go for the captain and this guy is loading the cannon or the other guy loading the cannon?
That guy right there loaded the cannon.
Okay. I'm going to hit him and I'm going to hit the captain with Chill Touch,
All right.
which with 3/4 cover, how does that work?
Let's see here. You just make a ranged spell attack. Yeah, so they get plus for their cover.
I know it's +2 for partial.
Yeah, let me check that real quick. Alright, let's see here. +5 to their AC.
Okay.
Actually, no, that's not going to be enough. So yeah, they all actually get the benefit of half cover, so it's only a +2.
Okay. 21 on the captain and 24 on the pirate.
Okay. Both of those hit. So
All
it's
right,
13 and 9?
Yep.
Okay.
I believe that rolled correctly. Yep. Just kind of raises a hand, illuminated by the flash of lightning, and just they start rotting.
Ew.
Just hands are reaching up when they look down at their boots, just kind of pulling them toward them, pulling them down.
Horrifying. Alright. Did you wish to do anything else with your turn?
What is the range? Spiritual weapon. 60 feet cast. So no, not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, end turn.
Jackie, you're up.
Okay, I will. How much range do I have here? Whoops, didn't mean to do that, but it did show me how much range I have. 26. That's not very far.
No, you would not have much luck chucking a dart that distance.
Is there any cover around here?
No, actually, you can see that the area has been stripped of majority cover.
Yeah, they put us into an ambush, the bastards. Fuck this Jumanji shit.
I don't really have any useful action to take at this range. I'm not going to throw my spear, my one spear, at them. I will just move out of the difficult terrain, and then I will use my full 45 movement speed.
Okay. It takes 10 feet to step out of the difficult terrain.
Okay, so I'll probably only make it to about here then.
Okay.
All right, that's fine.
All right.
And then I will end my turn, as I still have very good defense against ranged.
Okay. Fiffle, you're up. Fiffle, more affected by the ice than you initially suspected.
He caught a cold.
Ah, that's a curse of ice. Assaults me. So we're just fighting across this chasm, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It's quite a large chasm.
It's pretty big.
I have but a short bow. And a bad attitude.
That'll get you far.
I mean, not today. Let's see here. Select. This little kind of scan is this tree big enough to hide behind?
Not really. That's more of a bush.
How about this tree?
That one's a little bigger, yeah, but it's kind of thin. At best, it would offer you maybe half cover, Fiffle.
Okay. Piffle sort of moves up a little bit.
Okay, and because it's difficult terrain, each of those steps is twice the movement.
Okay, well, that's probably as far as I'm moving then. Maybe I can go take one more. Piffle kind of moves under the tree a little more.
Okay.
And then he tries to shoot a long distance arrow at one of these guys at disadvantage, of course.
Yep. All right. With the half cover, unfortunately, the arrow is close, and you can see
I'm
it just.
putting it in windowless windowed mode.
The arrow just sticks into the cover right in front of where the pirate is. If that weren't for the cover there, he would have been hit.
Persis. Piffle tries to hide amongst the tree.
Okay. All right then. Otto, you're up.
How big of a drop this is over here?
It's 30 feet.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can get there, right?
You accounted for the extra 5 feet of movement required to step out of the circle.
I mean, that would just put me here, I think.
Okay.
Let me see here. Oh, I don't want to draw. I want a ruler.
Next to a hot spot or cradle point. The map.
Okay. Let me look at something.
Secure client app.
What is the bonus action? And it is 30 feet. Okay. I'll Eldritch Blast this guy again.
Okay. All right. Your Eldritch Blast is not affected by the disadvantage, so you can do it at just a straight one.
Let's try to remember how to use my damn shit. Oh my god. Blast.
Okay.
So that's 2.
Yeah, that hits. Jesus.
And then that's the other.
Okay, 17. I'm gonna move the cart real quick.
It's funny seeing a card move, bro.
I just gotta fix the thing real quick. Once again, I wish I could roll as good as you do. All
I
right.
try.
All right. Did Otto wish to do anything else with his turn?
I thought that Misty Step was 60 feet, but it's not. 30.
Yeah. It's a roughy toughie. All right.
Okay. That should be it.
On the captain's turn, she's going to step behind the cannon again, and she's going to aim at Otto because he's the one with the Eldritch Blast, and she's going to fire and add. Yeah, well, doesn't matter what I add. So she misses. You see the cannonball just kind of go over your head as she has corrected too much to attempt to hit you. You can. It's hard to hear, but you're pretty sure you're hearing her just swear in anger, and she steps back and ducks behind the cart, giving her half cover again. Fern.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So she can get over here with the minus for the extra 5 for getting out.
Okay.
And she will shoot at this guy again.
All right.
With the disadvantage, right?
Is she using the bow?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that would be a disadvantage. Okay.
I've clicked it multiple times.
All right. Well, geez Louise. Okay, we're going with that 26.
Yeah, okay.
All right. So I'm assuming she can fire twice. So 26 and a 17. The 26
Yeah,
hits for 11 piercing.
17 is probably gonna miss because of the
Yeah,
cover.
the 17, you can see the arrow just plunk into the right into the cover again, right next to Fiffle's arrow.
I almost feel like that copied the first roll because it lagged.
Not quite, but it is pretty funny. You got two 20s, although it's not. It's like 5% and another 5%. So
Alright,
Yeah.
that should be it. I will move Aurora, obviously, to do Aurora things and see. Aurora's just gonna chill behind over here.
oh, okay.
Just do wolf things. Whatever wolves do.
All right. So one pirate, he is going to use his action to reload the cannon.
How many freaking cannonballs do they have there from a sunken ship?
Enough. And then the pirate that you just so the pirate that Fern shot or attempted to shoot at he's going to return fire to her. Okay, does a 20 hit?
I would think so. Man, it took him a long time. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, so the arrow or the crossbow bolt strikes Fern, sinking into her and dealing 7 piercing damage.
Okay.
The next pirate is going to aim at Otto and fire. Bolt is missing. And then the last one is also going to fire at Otto. Missing.
Nope.
Yeah, it's just these arrows. You just see them kind of like careen overhead. And one is lucky enough to strike, for the pirates is lucky enough to strike Fern, but the rest, not so much. Alright.
This is the mage.
Yep, it is the mage's turn. I'm just checking something. Ooh, not that.
You're gonna just freaking gale yourself here?
I mean, maybe. It'd be a fun way to, like... It'd be an interesting way to end this campaign, I suppose.
I mean, if you really want to run another campaign.
Alright. And then that is... Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay, so she is going to... Yep. She's going to launch a fireball right in the middle there. So I need Otto, Graham, and Jackie to make deck saves, please.
Motherfucker.
And damn, I don't think anybody's in auto range this time.
No.
Alright.
I'm hopefully passing with 19, and again, my ability of
Hey,
evasion
all
will
right.
allow me to mitigate all
Play it
damage.
on me.
Okay. Well, actually, funny enough, I think both Otto and Graham fail.
I don't think either of us are shocked.
You're
It's the one
normally
time
pretty
I'm not
good
gonna
at
be
that.
near death by the end of this.
You're normally pretty good at that. Alright, I'll hold on. I gotta do this in 2 because I don't have enough D8. Or actually, do I? No, hold on. That's another one. There we are. Alright, so you take 27 fire damage as you see this fireball careen down and just slam right into you both. Jackie, who was just at the edge, is able to just backflip out of the way.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
And the mage, once again,
I'm
ducks behind
mitigating
cover,
all damage from that. I don't know.
right behind the piano, out of sight. But Graham, you're up. You're angry.
Alright.
You're
Yes.
singed.
I've noticed. Alright. I am going to cast Mass Cure Wounds.
Okay.
And everybody should be able to get back. That's right, I didn't write it. Let me just copy dump the citation.
Alright.
3d8
6 creatures within 30, and I believe that...
Everybody in range?
Fern is outside of your range, but
So is Aurora, but
yeah,
I can move, and I would be moving up closer to the cliff anyway.
okay.
All right. So with my action, I will do that, and everybody will get back 3d8 plus 5. I don't think my
Fern is still
housing
just
is-
outside, but if you move just a smidge more, you get her within.
Yeah, I'll still have enough to get to the edge anyway.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, the only ones who would be outside would be Jackie and Fiffle and Aurora, but I don't believe they got
Are
her.
either of them hurt? Because I should be able to get everybody at this point. Like you
Yeah,
can
I mean, I
anywhere.
still am missing 13 HP from before, so I mean, if you want to conclude me a little bit in this, that'd be great.
You. but I'm not-
You
Yeah,
have to-
no, I want to get maximum people
There you
here.
go.
Okay.
Yeah,
yep.
that-
So even Fiffle's in range.
All right,
Hell yeah.
and it'll
Nice, this
be
map's great.
Matt probably already knows my
21
crazy,
HP back to
Let's
everybody.
go.
crazy
Wow.
shit that I'm about to do.
Hooray!
Back to full.
Praise.
Thank you,
whatever
Graham.
God is. Graham worships.
Praise the Potter's Field.
Exactly.
And do I have any means of bonus actions at this point? Because I can't. It would have to be a cantrip.
You know what? That was kind of funny. The praise the Potter's Field. You know what, Graham? Get an inspiration.
Yay.
Just because it amuses me.
Did you? I don't even remember. Did I say that or did you say that? I just remember it.
You said
Sure.
praise the Potter's Field.
Yeah. Okay. I was like, wait. I like it though. Praise the Potter's Field.
Okay, that certainly helped my HP a bit. I'm gonna finish moving, getting closer to, but not all the way up to the edge yet. And that's my turn.
I'm sure Graham already figured out what Otto's about to do.
Got some possibilities.
All right. Graham, do you wish to do anything else with your turn?
Nope, that will do me.
Jackie, you're up.
Okay. Now that I'm back to full HP, I'm gonna start moving towards the cliff as well here.
Okay.
We got this. I mean, all the way up here. What's the plan? Are we going down the cliff? Are we trying to get across?
I'm
That's
gonna
my
try to
plan.
use range stuff, but yeah, that was my thought. We should be able
That's
to
my plan,
negotiate
too.
the board just under fire. They'll have like a good shooting position on us while we're in there. So somebody like Jackie could probably like clear the whole thing in one shot, but the rest of us will probably have to try to negotiate it or use ranged stuff.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think I don't think I have the movement to get down the cliff this turn.
I mean, you could jump.
Could you also slide? Like, is it like a plunge?
It's
Or would,
it's pretty sheer. That being said, you do happen to have your
Can
monks.
I do some kind of acrobatics feat to get down there?
As a monk, you have access to what's it called? Slow fall.
Oh, I do. Yes.
Oh,
Okay,
sick.
no, I'm definitely doing that. All right, I'm jumping and I'm using slow fall.
Okay, so let me just roll the damage. So it's going to be
Wait, let me see. what
it's
slow fall
a d6 for every 10 feet. It's 30 feet down, so it's 3d10.
Making your fall to reduce any falling damage you take by an amount equal to 5 times your monk level. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
you're
So I can
fine.
Yeah, you're
mitigate a
fine.
tremendous amount of falling damage.
Yeah. So I rolled a 16, and you were able to do. You're able to reduce
5 times
45.
9, so 45. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's fine. So we make it down with while taking no damage,
You're not.
and
He just
Just
wanted
this-
to make a nice landing.
this terrifying, swaying drunk, just kind of flowing like liquid down a
He's just
mountain
like-
towards you.
It's like when drunk people take. They don't get as hurt in a car accident because they don't tense
his body's
up.
so loose and limber. Exactly.
So
He
you just-
actually does. Like he actually doesn't land on his feet. Like he stumbles and falls and rolls down the hill. And then,
That
he
man
gets
is my
up and he's
hero.
like, "Fine."
Oh god, this is gonna be amazing when it's my turn.
And that's it.
Okay. Fiffle, you're up.
Biffle doesn't want to roll down the hill. Cliff? He doesn't want to roll down the cliff. That sounds more like over the cliff. To him. Is this what everyone is doing? We're jumping over a cliff?
Now
If you can shoot them from a distance, you can, but we're trying to just get to them to make them dead.
Fiffle, do you remember the words of your mother? If your friends jump
Sure.
off a cliff, would you?
I thought it was kill them all.
Well, if I go over there, I can't even go over there because it's difficult terrain still.
No, you're out of the difficult terrain. You can move. I think as a halfling, can you move 30 feet as a halfling?
Actually, no, I can move 25.
Okay, so you can move like anywhere
Yeah.
here.
Yep. I'm gonna move over here.
I'm glad the mass healing completely nullified the fireball.
Well, almost. It was 21 versus 27, but 6 to 1, half dozen the other, really.
My short bow's actual range is 80.
Okay.
They are.
Yeah.
So I can plink them at disadvantage, but they're behind cover and shit.
Yep. They're all behind half. With the exception of the mage, who has gone out of sight, having just completely ducked behind this piano.
So I can, like, annoy them. I don't know that that's really useful, though.
Can you get sneak attack without?
No,
Yes.
because it's firing at disadvantage, you wouldn't get
yeah.
it. Even if you had an ally next to them, he would not get the sneak attack because it would be at disadvantage.
Yes. Well,
Okay, so what's your plan?
um, moved as far as I can, unless I dash. Can anyone help me get down the cliff?
I can try to catch you.
If you
That's
If you-
plan.
dash, I would let Jackie make a dex save to attempt to catch you.
Okay, I mean, I have really high level deck save, so it'll be.
We are
very
about to
easy.
create a new sport.
Just
Halfling-
toss them over the edge.
Actually,
Flying
halfling
halfling?
catching is already a sport. How Fiffle feels
Give
about
it my
halfling
all.
catching? I could not say.
Jackie's confidence level is at like 1,000 right now. So we'll see feeling it. Let's go.
It'll be perfect.
Piffle peers nervously down.
Jackie just gives him 2 thumbs up from below.
Operation Dancing Queen is a go.
Yeah. Piffle takes a swig of mushroom wine, thinks about Valhalla, dashes off the cliff.
Yeah, let's do this because I have to poop really bad.
Okay.
I'll
As,
let that explode.
There you go, like a 27. Nice.
Alright.
okay, Fiffle, you're able to get caught by Jackie, who is able to
Oh,
just
Beautiful football catch.
yeah.
Otto's like, what the hell just flew by?
Only because Fiffle is a small creature rather than a medium. A medium creature would not get the benefit of this, but yeah.
Hooray, I'm small.
Ballistic halflings. What a world. Soon we're going to install rifling on you. Just make you go down the barrel spinning. Fin stabilized halflings.
All right. Fiffle, do you wish to do anything else, or is that it?
I think that's quite enough
Okay.
for one turn for a halfling.
Then Otto, you're up.
I'm gonna Eldritch Blast that guy again.
Okay.
Bugs Bunny.
Wow. Okay. Wait, are you close enough?
No, he actually isn't because he's 30 feet down, and then you're like 5
okay.
feet back from it. And also, I don't know if he
That's-
can see you from where he's standing.
Yeah. Okay. Finally, some misses.
I mean, finally for me.
I know I was. All right. Let me see. Hang on. I'm checking.
Is there like a reverse curse? You have that.
It'll give you a 50-50 RNG spread, just not in a distributed fashion.
That's true, yeah.
30 feet down, so it would take my whole movement to go down.
I mean, you can jump. Like, you can jump and fall 30 feet.
But I take damage. Okay.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm just checking something. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, what is? How tall is this?
That's it goes up about 5 feet.
Okay.
So
I will
it's-
Misty Step over here, and I will, I guess, use 10 feet to get up here,
Okay, yeah.
and then I still have 20. So 1, 2.
Wait, your Misty Step is a bonus action, right?
Yep.
Okay, yep.
And then I will, I guess, get over here. I'm climbing up,
Okay.
and that will be it.
All right. The captain.
Well, I guess I'm not climbing up yet. I'm like at the base.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. I'm just there for posterity's sake with the shield up.
All right. I was gonna shoot at Jackie, but Bike has gone. So instead, what's gonna happen is, okay, captain steps here, fires at.
You're like, what the hell are these guys doing?
She knows what they're doing. Yeah. She is gonna fire at Fiffle. Alright, we're gonna add a 4 to this, but it misses. You know, I swear to God, I can roll higher than a 5. I know I can.
Ah.
So you just see the cannonball bounce off above your head and just plump into the water. And then she moves back.
Cliffle kind of looks at the cannonball.
There's
Hyperventilates.
panic because the murder hobo paladin is coming up the cliff.
Do I hear dance music?
Actually, now that you're down here, I can add this in.
Of course.
Fern. Fern is up.
She'll move up and then she'll shoot. So, where is this? Da, 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 da. Dun, dun,
Okay.
dun.
Who's she shooting at?
The far right guy again.
Okay. The 20. Okay, the 14 misses. The 28 hits for 9 piercing.
And she moves back.
All right. And then Aurora.
Aurora would just take the dodge action and just do wolf things.
Okay, now Aurora does also have a climb speed. Just keep that in mind.
Hey,
Yeah.
man.
You know what? At least somebody around here. Okay. What is
Ever
it?
double dash.
Oh yeah, she can double dash.
I always
what is
get
her
double
speed?
dash.
You know, I apologize for playing Aurora terrible. So 80 feet.
Well, Aurora's dog spirit, right?
2, 3.
Adhere it, yes.
Yeah, so don't worry about it.
10.
Theoretically,
do
yeah.
dumb things.
If Aurora does die, you can have a full hour to use this.
She
level
definitely died under our care last time we played.
I got 1.
She's died a couple of times, but
It hasn't stuck yet.
well,
Yeah,
as
I think
long
it
as
can,
Fern
yeah.
lives, Aurora will continue to live.
There.
Terrifying.
Actually, with a dash, right? I'll put it there.
All right. Okay.
Aurora does like a terrifying werewolf howl that's not really a werewolf howl.
Just a weird little like echoey wolf howl.
Yeah.
All right. Then we're gonna go on to the veteran pirates. All right. So we're gonna have this guy. He's gonna step. You see him pull out a strange-looking shell and load it into the cannon.
Oh boy.
That's his action. He steps back. All right. The other one. So we're gonna start with the guy who got hurt. 5, 10, 15. He's gonna aim down, and Otto, you're close enough that he is not firing at disadvantage. So he's gonna plonk at you. But he misses. Plonks at you again and misses. Alright, next one. Nope. 5, 10. Same deal. Pirates are not having a great day, but they're doing their best. You know. Even pirates have an off day. 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, this guy's going to have to move a lot closer, and he's not going to be able to move into cover, so he's going to fire at you, Otto. Alright, missing each and every time. So just a hail of crossbow bolts shoot down at you, but they are unable to pierce through, and each time... Some of them are close. You're able to block a couple of them with your shield, but you are able to avoid being struck by any of them. On to the mage. Alright. Yep.
The psychotic paladin just like rushing up here.
Alright, mage is going to actually move in close, and she is going to aim down at you, Otto. Because you have proven to be one of the more dangerous, and also the closest. Yeah, I can't... I don't see her being able to miss this, but... Let's just make sure. Wait, is
That's
that...
straight down?
Yeah, because it is straight down, normally it would, like, blop everybody, but... It's also a little weird. I would say because she is just pointing straight down, it's only going to affect you.
Yeah, because it would have just hit the floor below me and just like spray all over the damn place.
Yeah. So, give me a Constitution save, please.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, well that passes. So you're only going to take 13 cold damage.
Hooray! Thanks for the heal, Matt. Oh God, I made it a 3-digit health number by mistake. All right.
And then Graham, you're up.
Alright. Let's see. For starters, get close. And... Alright, that's 75 feet. I'm going to cast a spiritual weapon right over where Otto is and just not attack with it. I can't move it the turn it pops out, but I'll be able to move it 20 feet on the next turn, so it'll be in melee range with them.
Alright, just check something quickly.
With my cantrip,
Which, I'm sorry, how far can you cast a spiritual weapon?
60 feet, put it to the left of Otto.
Okay.
And what it's going to do, because I can't move it yet, but I can move it next turn, is just have it there and have it moving and start swinging.
Alright, so it's going to go right here? Or actually right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
And with that as my bonus action, as an action, I'm going to cast on these two another chill touch.
Okay.
The two that are adjacent to each other.
Well, they're... Which ones?
The two that are literally adjacent to each other.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at the ones by the other one by the cannon. Alright, go ahead.
Yeah, that I can hit two things with one cantrip, but only if it's necromancy and only if they're side by side.
Yeah, no, I remember that one. I was looking at these guys, and I'm like, wait. But either way.
She'll touch 1, 28 to hit. She'll touch 2, 14 to hit.
Okay, so we're going to go left, right. So the first one hits the captain for
Nice.
11 necrotic. And the second one, the pirate is able to duck out of the way.
Just sees the hands coming up, goes, ah!
He got a little spooked. Alright. Okay, so that was action, bonus action, and was there anything else? Wait.
Nope.
Or, I'm sorry, this was the bonus action, the spiritual weapon, and that was the action, yes. I had it reversed, but either
And
way.
I don't break the cantrip law.
Yeah. Jackie is up.
Okay, so some people made it pretty far across.
Yep.
Some insane nut jobs.
I mean, I can make it pretty far if I use my key run, right? I can make it 60.
Yeah, and that's the mage that you're right next to there.
Well, just remember, you're also going. You have to climb too. So
Oh, so I have to get to the bottom of the hill essentially and then climb there next
yeah.
turn.
So once you're here, that's 5 feet. So it'd take you about 10 feet of movement to get up there, and then it'd be another 25 feet up. So total, that's like 50 feet. Once you're at like where Otto is.
And what can I if I use a key point? Can't I get 60?
Yep. So let's see here. Well, you actually if you do your key point to Step of the Wind, then you can do a dash as a bonus action, and that would double your movement. And your movement as a monk right now is actually not half bad. It's pretty good. As a monk,
Okay.
a level 9 monk, you're able to move an additional 15 feet, so 45, so you can go a total of
Right.
90 feet.
Oh, okay, that's much further than I thought. So I can. I mean,
Run up on that fucking mage and punch the shit out of him.
Well-
but the problem is that I can't attack this turn if I do that.
Okay, so that's 25 feet. Then 10 feet to get up here, so that's 30. Or 35.
Let me actually just get
That's
to
45.
here,
Yeah, so you would
and I'll
be.
chill with Otto for now because I don't want to put myself into. I don't want essentially want to get killed right now, so I'm gonna come over here and hang out with Otto. For
Okay.
now.
So yeah, as you're next
I
to
will,
Otto.
This is probably long enough where I can still do an attack.
So you're at the base, so they're up about 25 feet.
You could
So
Yeah.
Probably-
Okay. So if I go to here,
You could
I can
probably
still
shortcut
do
his
attack.
way up.
I'm gonna throw a couple darts at this bitch.
okay. Well, they are within range, so you're
Oh,
able to.
right.
well,
Are they
actually,
still
what's
within
your,
range?
your dart range is
Yep.
20.
60.
Okay.
60.
Is it? But it's 20. Like anything past 20 is a disadvantage, so they are within.
Right.
Or actually, they're just outside because you're still 25 feet below them. So
You could move up and then move back behind because you don't have to take all your movement at one time anymore.
That's true. Yeah, you can go like climb up a
No,
small
but
amount.
this is all of my movement, really.
Oh, just to get exactly where you are right now?
Within 5.
It's just that you're attacking at disadvantage. That's the only one. So
That's
you can
fine.
still chuck the
Let's
darts.
just do that for me. Yeah,
Okay.
do that.
It's just that they're barely outside. So
Damn.
and still, all right. So who did you hit?
The mage.
Okay. Well, yeah, both of those hit. So go ahead and
Oh, whoops! I didn't mean to do that.
okay, 6 and 5 for 11.
Yep. And I will not take any additional attacks or actions. I will pass the turn.
All right. Fifthel, you're up.
Okay. How's everyone getting up the cliff there?
Well, I misty stepped.
Oh.
Oh god, what the?
How many misty steps do you have? Is it 2?
What happened?
I was just wondering how many misty steps you got. I believe it was.
Well,
Was it more than one at a time?
I can only misty step once per round or my round because it's.
Yeah,
No,
yeah. I'm
it's-
just saying, like, because your misty
That's
step is
more
due
left.
to something I cannot remember because it's been a while.
No, it's a level 2 paladin spell slot.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so I have 2 more if I do that instead of
All right.
your people's brains out with a divine smite. You know.
Yep.
Well, who's out front here?
That's the mage.
I shoot him with an arrow.
Okay. This is at disadvantage because it's such a range with the wind.
So it is like normal range.
Well, it's because when they're within 25 feet, they're able to like fire without disadvantage. but you're 65 feet from him, so it's much like before. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, you see the round it shoots towards the mage, and it plinks off of this like kind of magic form of armor that like kind of phases in as the arrow strikes.
Can I move all down here? Like, can I move over here?
Yeah, yep. You have access to your movement.
What's it like down here? Can I move across safely, or?
The rocks are wet, but they're not. They're still rough enough that you have like you can walk across them without like worrying about slipping.
I make my way kind of over here to the base of the cliff.
Okay.
And I will try to hide there.
Okay. Very stealthy. You're able to duck behind that kind of 5-foot lip and kind of press yourself against it in a little hollow so they can't see you.
You made a hobbit hole.
Did you wish to do anything else, or was that it?
That should do.
Then, Otto, you're up.
Otto's going to climb 10, not this way, 10, 20.
Okay,
I
so
guess
it's
this is-
25 feet up, so the climb is going to be 50 feet of movement.
50.
Yeah.
Can I see up here?
So, yes, you can sort of see up there. So you can see, like, the pirate and the mage.
So can I just Misty step up here?
Yeah, you'd be able to Misty step up.
All right, I'm going to Misty step up here. I'm going to swing at the mage.
Okay.
Oh, hang on. Misty steps up bonus. You're lucky. Mage. I will swing at the mage.
All right. Okay, that 29 hits. The 13 does not.
For some reason, I was thinking advantage. So that's fine.
12 slashing.
Yep, and hang on. Let me lower. Oops, almost lowered the wrong one.
I gotta pull up my calculator.
Oh my god! What did I just do? There's 2 Misty steps. I have 1 left. I'm accidentally. You know how when you slide it, the number just starts rolling.
Yeah.
I just made it 79 spell slots.
Well, I believe you were at 2 left.
1
1 left. Okay, well, good.
for 2s.
Okay.
And I will Divine Smite the mage
Okay, go ahead and roll.
to level 1.
All right. Okay. Then we are on to the waves. So, you see the waves like kind of build up and it flushes through and it strikes Jackie and Fiffle. So I would need Jackie and Fiffle to both give me strength saves, please.
What's striking me?
A giant wave.
Giant wave.
Yep, I mentioned the waves flowing through a couple of times just to prep you for that. But fortunately, it's not a disadvantage, so you get the 14 and the 15. So you're only going to take half of this.
Otto's just got bloodlust in his eyes, so he's he's out for murder.
Okay, so yeah. You're able to...
You take 3.
Yeah, you only take 3 bludgeoning damage, and you are not swept into the ocean.
Can live with
I
this.
think that's the biggest win right there.
Oh,
Captain Clifford's going to step forward. Yeah.
I already knew where I was doing that. I don't think it's gonna hit them because they're below.
It's not going to hit them because they're below. I'm just checking to see...
It's just the triangle is throwing me
Yeah.
off.
Okay. Give me a dex save, please, Otto.
Sure.
Okay, you're able to pass. And you only take 4 piercing damage as a canister shot just erupts directly in you. Now, you see her get behind the cannon, and fire, so you're able to duck, and just this plink of metal ball bearings just bounce off and like just kind of cut into your back a little bit, but you're able to avoid the majority of the damage.
I'm just gonna look at her and say, "Are you serious?"
On to Fern. Oh, and actually, I'm sorry,
Fern's gonna shoot at the mage.
Okay.
And
Disadvantage because she's, you know.
She'll move to here. Yeah. Done.
Okay, that hits. Go ahead, roll damage. All right. How would Fern like to kill this mage?
Nice.
Arrow right in the throat,
The
and then she does like a little Paragon like flip off for all the shit that she put Aurora through.
I believe Aurora mostly suffered from the.
There was an AOE, I think, in the boat that did that.
That is true, yeah.
I don't remember. Fern holds grudges, okay?
She holds grudges when I feel like you play her, but either
Strange
way.
that.
When it involves Aurora, there's grudges. You don't understand it yet, but trust me when I tell you. So she moved up like 3, so she will. Let me see what this Haragon hippity hop is. What's hippity hop? Let's see what this is. A feat equal to 5 times your proficiency, so 20 feet. So she should be able to jump down here, right?
I mean, she could jump. She's just going to take damage.
It's a thing that says she. I don't know what it says here.
The bunny hop.
Yeah, the bunny hop. I don't know if.
Yeah, it doesn't mention anything about not taking damage. It just says you don't take opportunity attacks.
It's not a magic hop. It's just a hop.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Well, yeah, you know what? Then she'll just go down here then. Like
Okay, well, it's still 30 feet, so let me just...
He's got 35. She started here.
I think it's more for the damage. Alright, so she takes 13
No, she didn't
bludgeoning
jump.
damage.
No, it wasn't a jump. It was not a jump.
Oh, she's
It was
climbing
kinda-
down.
No, I wasn't gonna do the jump.
Okay, so where's she going then? What is she doing? Because
She's gonna climb down there.
okay, so she's beginning the climb. Alright.
Yeah. And Aurora has climbing speed, so let me. Oh God, she's over here. 40 climbing speed. So how much was it? 30.
I believe
Aurora?
I believe Aurora's climbing speed is 30.
No, it's 40. But
It's 40.
I mean,
Okay.
down.
Yeah, so it's 30 feet down. So yeah, she'd be able to climb down
So there you go.
and then
That's it.
continue forward another 10.
And then she can dash for.
Yep.
The rest of.
Yep.
God, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which way are the waves coming from?
They are coming from the right to left. So
Okay. She will dash over here.
yeah, so it's
use
coming
this
like this
yeah,
way.
yeah. So she'll dash over here and use this like little wall as cover in case the waves keep coming.
Okay. Right, on to the pirates. Alright,
Oh,
so
wow.
the pirate next to you is actually going to start. So he has out his longsword.
Think very carefully before you do something stupid, son.
Yeah, he has out his longsword and his short sword. So he's going to swipe at you again, and try and stick you with a short sword. But he's going to miss every time. As I rolled a 3, a 5, and a 9.
If this was Baldur's Gate, I'd shove him off the cliff to his death.
Yeah, it's not your turn. Alright, so next guy comes in. Oh, actually, it's this one. So. And a short sword. 5, 10, 15. He's just going to go. We're just going to put her on the map. Or not the map layer. What am I saying? We're going to put her onto the GM layer, so I do not have to. So I can move here. Alright, and once again, he's going to slash at you. I think I've only rolled an 11. That's my highest roll. This has been very, very strange for me. But And then the last guy, 5, 10, 15, is going to roll up on you, Otto. And once again, he's going to do his very best, but these... the wind and the rain have also been taking their tolls on the pirates.
They're demoralized because we did the Wyatt Earp thing. Only instead of across a river, it was across a gorge.
Otto's gonna hold up a sign that nobody knew he had. It's like pirate attack rolls are on AFK.
And then that's their turn. Graham,
How
you're up.
cute.
Oh, that's
All right.
nice.
Yeah,
That's really nice. Look at that.
I
First
know.
bonus action, 5, 10, 15, 20.
Like a lunch pail. Like that.
But I
Of
can't
these
unscrew or
two
pop this off. Is
Guys,
there something I could do?
which one is the lower HP or the more injured looking?
Yeah,
You
this
would
one.
think this guy would be the most
Look how
injured.
cute these are.
Then I'll bonk him.
I think
Okay.
This will be
It's hard to tell because two of them got peppered pretty hard over the course of it.
just the attack roll. Does a 17 hit?
It does, yes. Now that they're
Yay.
no longer behind cover.
8
Oh, the,
force damage.
8 force damage, okay?
And I am going to then. Are there two that are injured next to each other?
Not next to each other.
Okay. So it's like one injured, one injured.
Yeah,
Well, literally,
they're in a...
They're across from each other.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
fucking put this in the map layer.
One's here, I think, and the other one's like right here.
No, I should just put this in the map layer to begin with.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do it anyway. I am going to toll the deads on the most wounded one and the guy next to him.
Okay.
So if he's not injured, he'll only take 2d8 if he fails, and save is 18.
Okay, so we're going to start with the most injured, who's the one who's, like, right here. So he's got to make a wisdom save?
Yep.
Okay. So he fails, and then we're going to try his friend, who also fails.
All right, so the one who isn't wounded is now wounded.
Okay.
For
So-
13, and the one who was already wounded takes 12. He actually took less than the other guy.
All right, so let's see, 13 and 12. All right, let's see. And let me just make sure my math is right, just so I'm not screwing you over any. Yeah. Okay. All right. Did you wish to do anything else?
Nope, I'm good.
Jackie, you're up.
I'm going to now resume my climb, my ascent up the cliff.
Yeah, that's a greatness.
So you can move up the cliff, so it's 25 feet up where you are. So without a climb speed, it's going to be 50 feet, and you can only move 45, unless you step of the wind to dash again.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
So this is twice as much. The climbing is double.
unless you have a climbing speed, it is, yes.
Hi, Georgie. Okay, well,
Georgie
I don't
doesn't
think I have a
appreciate your
speed.
timing speed roll, which is the coast.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna be like over here instead.
Okay.
And I'll use my dash, and I'll come like I'll come like a little bit further back, so that like I'm not like directly in melee range.
Okay.
And then I will end my turn since I was actually include my bonus action as well.
No, I think if you use Step of the Wind,
It's
isn't that...
step of the wind is your
My
bonus
bonus
action to
action.
dash.
Yeah.
So you still would have your action.
My action is to move though, right?
No, your
No,
movement.
because you have a move, a bonus action, and an action every turn.
Oh, so I can still attack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well then I'm gonna come right next to this guy.
Runneth up.
So you're actually- but-
that's
yeah, so
fine.
you're next to those
I'm
two
gonna
guys
come
right there.
on that guy. Yeah. Wait, no. Well, there's a thing right here.
Return his body to the streets.
Yeah, but you're still close enough.
target.
You're still adjacent to those two dudes.
Okay. Well, I'm only gonna be coming up in front of this guy, so I'm just coming right up to here. I only want to be in direct melee range of one of these guys.
Okay.
Okay. There we go. And then I will
Actually, to be,
hit him with a.
we're gonna put you there just so you're not, off the cliff.
Okay. And then I'm going to hit him with a barrage of unarmed strikes.
All right, go ahead.
Bing. Bing.
Okay, both of those hit. Go ahead, roll damage.
Okay. Bing.
right, Jackie, how would you like to do this?
Oh, is he dead?
Yeah, you just punched him to death.
Yeah. Well, no. So I first I give him a punch, and he kind of starts to sway a little bit, and then I just kick him square in the nuts, and he falls off the cliff to his death.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right. You see a corpse tumble down and just slam into the
And
ground.
I've already used my bonus action, so I can't do more attacks.
No, unfortunately.
Yes. Okay. So then I'm done.
Biffle, you're up.
Okay. Can I climb the cliff somehow?
Yeah, you could climb. It's just gonna take extra movement, so it's where you have to go up 5 feet, so it would take 10 feet to actually climb up it entirely.
So probably 2 turns.
Probably. Because yeah, it'll take you 10 feet to climb up to here. And then once you're at the base, it takes it's 25 feet up, so you'd have to use 50 feet of movement to get up somehow.
I'll try.
Unless you have a climbing speed, of course.
No, I don't have a climbing speed.
Ride the dog.
Dog. Oh, is the
You
dog
could.
there? Is Aurora not? Is Fern not riding the dog?
No, Fern's behind.
No,
He's shooting
What's
arrows
that?
and bullets and everything.
Piffle looks at the dog.
Finish signature copy.
Do you remember? Was it like Mario Goes Berserk, where he's just shooting all the hammers on when he made that makeshift sled chasing Bowser? That's Fern shooting projectiles at whoever hits Aurora.
Piffle shouts up to Fern to direct Aurora to
Carry you to victory.
carry me up the hill.
Okay.
Cliff, mountain.
Yeah, I don't think Fern's been... I feel like she would let you ride Aurora.
Yeah, you're not Kaido.
She's generally pretty, good about that, so.
Okay. I was like, climb around to Aurora.
Okay. It takes 10 feet of movement to climb up on Aurora, but you're close enough that it's not going to be a problem. Do you wish to do anything else? You still have your action and bonus action.
From my
What's that?
I guess I can try to shoot that guy again.
Huh? What's that?
Okay.
Yes, she is.
From my
You would be
wolf vantage point.
just outside of... It would still be a disadvantage because they're just outside of the 20-foot 5 range.
Yeah.
So the
There
wind
might be a
would
couple
grab
more
your
turns of
arrow.
this left.
Meh.
Okay. Alright.
That'll be all.
Otto, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna hit this guy twice. Or maybe once because he's probably pretty damaged.
Okay. That hits. Go ahead, roll damage. For 11 slashing. And that hits as well. For 7 slashing. Same dude, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I move right here?
That would be on the cannon, so unfortunately no. You would have to be able to move into the cannon. So unfortunately the barrel is kind of just forcing you into that one specific spot.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's it for Mr. Otto.
Alright. You see the waves begin to swell, and they rush through. I need Aurora, Fiffle, and Fern to give me strength saves, please.
Even if she's using this as cover?
Yeah. No, this water flows very well past things like that.
Alright. Strength save, you say?
Yep. Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Can I get the winky for Aurora?
Can I get a what?
That's
Actually,
close.
yeah.
Sorry.
Should be able to.
Seems like it would be a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's. But she has a 4, right?
Yeah, so it'll be 13.
Okay.
And Strength save, you said?
Strength save, please. Well,
Even if she's at the top? She's like at the top.
I believe she had moved down a little bit, but it would still be.
We said at the top because she wouldn't have gotten down.
All right, then we'll just be Fiffle and Aurora. Okay, so they are going to take 10 bludgeoning damage, and I would like them. Yeah, give me one more strength save as well, please, for Fiffle and Aurora. Okay, Fiffle
Nice.
is able to hold his grip on Aurora.
14. I had to think for a second because I'm not used to.
Okay, Fiffle holds on to Aurora and Fiffle. So yeah, Fiffle holds on to Aurora, and Aurora gets swept out into the ocean. Just there.
Oh. That was not what I expected to happen.
So you're still holding on to her, Fiffle. It's
Doesn't
just
hold
that
on to
she's
your
now
life.
treading water.
Dear
I'm kind of confused because Mike passed with a 13 last time, and Aura has a 14.
Yeah, but that was so the water hit her, and how should I say this? So the water hit her. She did not roll high enough to stay the initial thing. So the water hit with the full damage, and then she was trying to maintain her footing, and she did not. Really, probably should have been like a deck save, but in this case, I'm just kind of going by it. So yeah, it's just the way I'm running. So it's a bad luck, but it's all right.
Okay.
It's a bit after 9,
Yeah,
and
You
it's
know
the
what?
top of the initiative again.
that's a good point. Aurora, you see her getting swept out into the ocean, and we'll end it here, and we will pick this up next week.
Aurora is not having a good time on this island.